Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on Senior Fitness with Meredith. So today's beginner seated workout will be using a loop band. So we'll be working the entire body, and I was just bringing the other bands along to show you. They come in different colors for different resistances, but remember, every company has their own color for their light, their medium, their heavy, etc., etc. If you don't have a looped band that's already fixed and you'd like to make one, remember you can take one of your long bands and make it into a looped band, but be aware that once you loop band one of your long bands, it's most likely going to stay looped because it's very difficult to get that knot out when you're done. So what you'll need is a looped band of some kind, whether one that you've made or one that you've purchased already. That nice, comfortable, sturdy chair. Have your water close by. Once you get everything together, I'll meet you right back here and we'll start our beginner seated full body loop band workout. Welcome back. We are ready to get started. Let's start with a nice quick warm-up to get that body nice and ready for our work. So let's just start with some marches, nice and tall in our chair. So remember, we scooch ourselves to the front of our chair so we don't have the ability to sit back in it. Core is pulled in nice and tight, length stays in the spine. Relax those shoulders down. Deep inhales and exhales while we warm everything up, making our movements a little bit more big and intentional. Keeping that march going, big deep inhales, bring those arms up and around. And exhale. One more time, big deep inhale, arms up and around. And exhale. We're going to alternate extending to the front. So extend right and left, pressing out to the front. Keep those abdominals pulled in nice and tight. Help protect that lower back. Three, two, one more each side. Come back up nice and tall, march it out. Alternate tapping to the side and pressing out to the side. So we'll do right side, left side. Let's go. Press, press. Thinking about our side body, warming that up. Press, press. 3 more each side. 3, 2, 1 more each side. Come back up nice and tall. Couple more moves. We're doing our skis next. So arms and legs front and back. So we'll start with just the lower body going. So front to back, and then add those arms front to back. Three more each side. 3, 2, 1 more. Come back to our march. Now we're opening and closing our legs, both working at the same time, upper body working those rotator cuffs. All right, let's go. So we open together, open together. A lot of core work here. Keep those abdominals pulled in nice and tight. Get those rotator cuffs and shoulders ready for that band. Get those hips ready for the band. 3, 2, last one, march it out one more time. Two more deep inhales, exhales, bringing those arms up and around. Big deep inhale. And exhale. One more big deep inhale. And exhale. Slowly bringing that march down. And we will bring those feet to a stop. Grabbing water if you'd like. Grabbing your band now. We're going to bring it up and over the knees. That's where our band is starting. So taking your time. I know this sometimes takes a little while, depending on how large your band is open. So bringing that band, feet through, and bringing it all the way up and over the knees. So we're not placing it on the knee joint. Remember, it's on the thighs, above the knee joint. Once it's there, take your time. Again, I know it takes a little bit of time sometimes. Getting it in place, nice and tall, core tight. Feet are gonna stay nice and close together. So they're glued together for our first movement. Focus is outer thigh, hip, and gluteals. So pretend like there's an imaginary string coming from your outer thigh. So knees are just following along. We're not pressing from our knee joint. Nice and tall, press from our outer thighs. The knees will open and slowly release. Exhale, inhale. Remember, anytime we work with our bands, whether they're the fixed circle bands or working with our long bands, whether it's tubing or flat bands, remember, both directions, still working those muscles, getting into all the little muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Opening, slow release. So pressing from outer thighs, hips, and gluteals, but when we do our slow release back to center, our inner thighs and groin will feel working. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Band stays right where it is, but now we're separating our feet. So we're going to feel that pull on the hips, outer thighs, gluteals the entire time, but now we're going to march into our legs using our quadriceps. Core stays pulled in tight. Right foot comes up. Left foot comes up. Exhale. Exhale. That string leading from right in the center of that thigh. 3, 3, 2, 1 more each side, right and left. Now we alternate opening sides, pressing from that outer thigh, bigger range of motion. We press and open, gently come back center. Other side, press and open, gently come back center. Deeper into those gluteals when we get that bigger range of motion. Exhale, inhale. 3 more each side. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1 more each side. Right, center, left. We're back center, those feet shoulder distance apart, still feeling that pull on the hips, outer thighs, and gluteals. Bring those heels up, release down. Heels up, release. Focus on lower part of the leg. Squeeze those calf muscles, release them. Squeeze the calf muscle, release. Get flexion of the foot in your shoe if at all possible. Three, 2, last one. Good job. Staying nice and tall, keeping the band right where it is, but we're going to do single side. So right side's going to do all of the work first, and then we'll allow the left side to do its work. So we'll start with that single leg march. Right side, foot comes up, release. You can even hover that foot over the ground if you'd like, keeping that resistance, that pull on your quadricep, of course, as well as your hip, outer thigh, gluteal the entire time. 3, 2, last one, release it down. Like I said, right side's doing a few movements, so now we're staying on right side. We're gonna press that single side open, gently come back to center. Single side open, press center. Exhale, inhale. 3, 2, last one. One more thing on this side, keeping the band right where it is. Right side is working. Just lengthen out through the leg. You're going to feel the difference when the knee is bent versus when the leg is straight. Same thing, I want you focusing on pressing from the outer thigh, not the knee, not the foot. Outer thigh opens that longer lever out to the side. Bring it back into center. Press it out. Bring it in. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and bring it back in. Nice and tall. I hope you felt that. I did. We'll focus on our left side. Those 3 movements now all on left. Nice and tall. Core pulled in tight. Bringing that knee up, single march. Release. Keeping those feet open, I want you to feel that pull on the hips, outer thighs, gluteals the entire time. That's the purpose of that loop band being in the placement that it's at right now. So don't let those feet come too close together to take all that resistance off. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Release it down. Left side still working, opening out to the side, slow and controlled, coming back to center. So press open, come back center. Pressing from that hip, getting into those gluteals. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, back center. Lengthen that leg out. Slight bend in the knee joint. Remember, we're not leading from the foot, we're not leading from the knee. That lower part of the leg goes along for the ride, so we focus on the upper part of the body doing the work. So pretend like that string is pulling from the outer thigh, hip, gluteals working as we open out. We come back center. Open out, come back center. Get longer lever, get deeper into those gluteals. Exhale, inhale. Last one. Come back center, bending that knee. Now bringing your loop band down to your ankles and stopping it there. So it stops at your ankles, then open up the feet. Because as you can see, if you let your feet stay close together, band wants to fall off, right? I want it nice and taut and in place the entire time. So having that ankle band on, having that loop band, on your ankles, just the right side is going to work for 2 movements, then the left. First one is extension through that right side. Again, you should not feel pressure from the knee. I want you to feel that extension coming from your quadricep. So we're extending that leg out nice and long from your quadricep. Release it down. Exhale, inhale. If anyone has had knee issues, knee replacements, torn meniscus, etc., and you had to go through physical therapy, most likely you have done this exercise before, because we are trying to build everything up around that knee joint, right? Quadricep, big part of that. Extending, releasing. Last one. One more move on right side with the band around our ankles. We're just going to press it side and in. Press side and in. Very fatigued in our hip, outer thigh, gluteal area, but you'll really feel this deep inside those gluteals, inner thigh, groin when we come back to center. Last 3. Last one. And come back to center. Nice and tall. Left side, focus. And I say it a lot, I know, but you should not feel the knee joint at all. There should be no pain or pressure. That quadricep is extending, lengthening, and bringing that resistance up. So focusing there. Exhale on that extension out. Release down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, back to center. That little open to the side, come back to center. So press it out, center, out, center. Exhale, inhale. Feeling the hip, feeling the outer thigh, feeling the gluteal, inner thigh, groin, core is pulled in tight, keeping your posture, making you stay nice and tall and not twist to the side. Just 2 more. Last one. Feet come nice and close together so you can take that band safely off and give the lower body a much needed break, right? So now we have our loop band and we're going to focus on our upper body. So we're going to take our loop band and we're going to bring it onto our forearm area. So once it's there, we keep a bend in the elbows, palms facing towards one another for our first movement. And this is a great, I should have said before, if you have different resistance, different size, whether it's light, medium, heavy, lower body can sometimes take that medium heavy range. If you feel like upper body is struggling, go down to that lower, because if you buy it in a pack, most likely you have 3. So always good to go down to the light if you're just starting out, because I want you to focus on your form, especially when it comes to upper body movements. First one, I want you to focus on the outer part of the shoulders. That's where you're opening from. So we're not flailing out our elbows or our hands. We're keeping those arms nice and long, tops of the outer part of those shoulders. I want you to press out to open resistance, gently release it. Exhale, inhale. So bend stays in the elbows the entire time. Exhale, inhale. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Keep the band there on your forearms. It's a small movement. You're extending out, then you're pulling back. That band comes towards the belly, opening slightly as you squeeze your shoulder blades on your upper back, then extend back out. Squeeze back, extend. Squeeze back, extend. Feeling those shoulder blades come together. Should feel that upper back. Three more. 3, 2, last one, and release back out. That band goes closer to your wrists now, but you're still in that same form. So elbows are glued into the side of the body, palms are facing towards one another, keeping that resistance. So band is nice and taut. It doesn't have any slack in it, nice and taut. And then we add a little bit more to it, and we curl up and down, up and down. Exhale, inhale. Three more. 3, 2, last one. Keeping that loop band on your wrist, bring your right hand above your left. Only focusing on the top of your right shoulder. That's what's moving. The left arm is holding that band in place. That top shoulder is what's moving your right arm, so the one that's above. So lifting from the shoulder, we open up, we release. Feel as if you're shrugging that shoulder up. That's where you're getting that movement from. Again, I don't want you to focus on your hand or your elbow being what you're leading from. It's the shoulder we're working, that's what we want to lead from. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Shake that side out. Let's do the other side. So left hand above right. Again, top of your left shoulder. That's where your focus is. That's what you're leading from. Not your hand, not your elbow. Shoulder's doing the work. Lead it open and release. Small range of motion goes a long way for a lot of these movements. Three more. 2, last one. Release, shake it off. That band can come off of your wrists now, and you're just going to hold on to it to focus on your core work. We're still going to do a little bit. You'll feel the upper body engage as we hold on to that band. But leaning back into our chair, walking our feet out. Again, band is nice and taut. And so we're leading right from the center of our belly. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to press that band out in front of us. Pull it back in as we release back. All right, exhale, sit tall, press out, come back in. focusing right in the center of the belly to lead yourself up, pressing that nice open band from the chest, pulling back as we release back from our upper back. Just 3 more. 3, 2. Last one, we're gonna stay up nice and tall. Release that band for a second. Bring those feet close in. Nice and lifted. Core is tight. Lengthen the spine, still holding our band. We're gonna keep our gaze right in the center of it as we twist side to side. Just nice, deep twists. So twist over right, come center, twist left, center. Relax your shoulders down. I know you're feeling your shoulders, a lot of shoulder work. Keeping that resistance on the band. Shoulders are working. 2 more each side. 2, 2, 1 more each side. Right, center, left. Bring the band nice and close to the body. We can take that resistance off of the shoulders and chest. Focusing on our lower back. Our chest goes forward with an inhale. Exhale, our lower back lifts us up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the abdominals pulled in tight. Focusing on your lower back to engage to lift you up. Tighter your abdominals are, more you will feel that lower back actually engage and pull you up. Just 3 more times. 2 more. Last one. And release that band down. Good job. Let's shake and stretch everything out. So stay nice and tall. Let's twist and open to our right side. Big deep inhales and big deep exhales. Great job. Let's go through center to the left. Twist and open. Come back to center. Those hands go next to us or interlaced behind our back and open through our shoulders and chest. Big deep inhales and exhales. We'll release that, bring them out in front of us, interlace, round and arch the spine as we open through our upper back, all the way down the vertebrae into our lower back. Sit up nice and tall. Bring that right arm across the body and just hug it across and just kind of wiggle those fingers a little bit. We're going to open and close 3 times. So 3, 2, bring your left across your body, hug it across and wiggle those fingers a little bit. Just releasing our upper back and shoulder. Let's open and close 3 more times. 3, 2, and release. Let's lengthen out through that right leg, bringing that chest forward and then releasing into our stretch, pulling those toes back so you're getting that nice stretch from your Achilles, calf, hamstring, gluteals into your lower back. Roll up nice and slow, sitting tall, right foot comes up, circling that foot from the ankle joint, getting that range of motion and mobility. Reverse it other way. Now, if it's available to you on this side, we'll bring that ankle up and over, crossing and just gently releasing the chest forward, getting that nice deep stretch. If that is not available to you, range of motion wise, then cross at the ankle, same thing, lean chest forward. So big stretch on that right hip and gluteal, especially with those bands, you do a lot of work. And come up nice and tall. Release the right foot, lengthen out through the left. Pull those toes towards you, slight bend in the knee. Hinging forward, feel the length. Release that length down and breathe. Roll it up nice and slow. Once you're sitting tall, that left foot comes up, circling from the ankle joint. So it's not from the knee. And reverse it other way. If it's available to you on this side, bringing that ankle up and over. Sometimes one side is more flexible than the other. So if it's available to you, crossing, releasing forward. If that is not available, remember at the ankles, chest goes forward. Do what feels best. Breathe into that hip, gluteal, on and lower back on your left side. And then we'll sit up nice and tall. Release the left foot down. Open both of those feet a little more than shoulder distance apart. Hands go down towards the floor. Breathe into that nice, intense lower body and back stretch. Let's roll up nice and slow. Once you're sitting tall, heel toe those feet back to center, nice and lifted. Arms down by your side. 3 shoulder shrug up for 3. 2 more. Last one. Circles go to the front. Inhaling and exhaling. Open that upper back and reverse it. 3 go to the back. Inhale, exhale, 3, 2. Last one, release those shoulder blades down your spine. Lock them there. Hands go onto your lap. Turn your head, look over your right shoulder. And over left. Head comes center, right ear releases towards the right shoulder. And then over to the left. Head comes back up center, let your chin go down towards your chest. Then bring your gaze up towards the sky. Head comes back to center. 3 deep inhales, exhales. Inhale, length up overhead. Exhale. 2 more times. Big deep inhale, length up. Exhale. 1 more time. Big deep inhale, length goes overhead. Exhale, release it all out because you just completed your wonderful beginner seated loop band full body workout. I'm so proud of you and I look forward to our next workout together.